back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Where we left off last time, we were going to go do some of the adventures we've missed before, like Inconsequent Debates, Arbor Rock, and Talon Peak. Also we're going to stop into Holelegs on our way and pick up that stupid book for Bakken. And we probably have to do Knock Knock's quest while we're there too, so we'll get that underway as well. We required Lindsay and Jubilost to do this quest, which is annoying because neither of them are particularly good in our group. But as long as they have haste and detect invisibility, we should be fine. We have our more powerful characters with us. We have to attend the debates. A very pale gnome with dull brittle hair is scribbling something busily on a small scroll, not looking up as you approach. Ah, here you are at last. Go read the rules quickly, they're posted a little further along. The other teams have already arrived a while ago. The host said we'll start as soon as you show up and read the rules. Of course, I'm famous enough for my admirers to follow my every move, but still I'd like to know. How did he know we were coming? The gnome shrugs, the host said so. Well, are you gonna go keep wasting time? Read the rules, we'll start. Jubilost and Lindsay are here. What are the rules? Sir Elfrey is here as well. Fixing his glasses, Jubilost looks at the paper describing the rules. Well, let's see. I'll read it out loud so everyone can hear. Rules of the Inconsequent Debates. Year to be added later. I see the authors didn't overstrain themselves. So the rules. Item 1. Obey the host in everything. Item 2. Come in triplets. Item 3. No fighting, no killing each other, even temporarily, even if you really want to, even if you apologize later. Item 4, and the most important one, the participants must assume the shape of a giant frog. Jubilost looks puzzled. A frog? What does that have to do with anything? Are those the right rules for the competition? What irresponsible wordmonger met? What is this? Am I a frog? Something is obviously wrong here. The examination offers nothing. Just like anything else that involves the Fae, the scrolls look ordinary and suspicious at the same time. I don't know what to believe. Maybe it's supposed to be like this. So we're just going to leave it as it is? I have a better idea. Lindsay, buy us some time. I'm going to talk to the other participants. Don't worry about anything. I'll go run to the host and ask him a few questions for my book. It'll buy you some time. You start looking for whoever is responsible for this. A little kobold raises his little snout at you. Greetings. Are you participating as well? Yes, participate. I participate. Amazing. We'll be competing against the inarticulate kin of unforgettable Tartuk. The kobold looks at Jubilost with interest. Huge frog, you speak? Can we mount you? I feed you ants, clean you skin. I am Rider. In all the list of job offers I've received, that will be honorably placed in the I'm ready to cry section. It's like a spell was cast over my friend when he read the rules. Did anything like that happen to you? I don't read. Gnome help me. Read for me aloud. But then scream. I scared. So what do you want to ask the host of you when I dragon? How become dragon? What do you have? Why do you have those jerboas there? The kobold lowers his head. They say need 3. I know 3. I know friends. Wanted to go very much. I caught this jump mice. Now we are 3. Participate. Okay, I'm gonna go. See ya. That's actually adorable.
I won't be halted.
The pale gnome reads aloud enthusiastically, and the young wizard desperately thrashed about in his fetters, but all in vain. The shoots of the plants held him tightly. The nymph, cruel and beautiful, sneered at him, and immediately... And immediately what? And immediately anything. Left frog is mocking the right one. Does this book ever end? I thought the wizard would die in the last chapter when he was running from the horde of unicorns through fields of giant fly traps. Oh, like you understand anything about literature, you stupid toad. The gnome looks at you. Oh, hello, travelers. It seems I haven't introduced myself. I'm near Zottenroppel, and these two idiots are my brothers, Vire and Luar. You suffer from the bleaching, don't you? She is dying from the bleaching. Jubilost's voice is grim. It's alright, I still got a fair bit of fight left in me. The Zottenroppels don't go down easily. Neard smiles cunningly. My brothers and I lost our color long ago, but death still hasn't taken us. Why are you calling these frogs your brothers? These fools read the rules, and the rules are charmed. Neard's colorless, dim eyes flare up with mad and joyful fire. Anyone who reads them turns into a frog, so now I have 2 frog brothers, I guess. I'll leave them as they are. When else will I have a chance to laugh so much? Why are they both frogs? Did they read them together? Yes. Neard responds quickly. Nah, the frog on the right says happily. Shut up, Lar, of course we did. We read them and we transformed, and now we're sitting and croaking. The little kobold said only one of you helped him read the rules. That's true, but he wasn't trying to read the frog rules. They're different on every pole. One turns you into a frog, another makes you say tentacles, and the third one makes you scream like crazy. Hilarious, right? Not remotely. If you are confused, my friends, if one of you reads the rules for the kobold, why isn't one of you screaming? How is it that both your brothers were turned into frogs? And if Nerd already saw what happened, he knew the rules were charmed, then why did she tell us to read them? Do you suspect us of something? Why would we charm the rules? Read them ourselves, or make you read them and put a spell on you? Nerd adjusts her ridiculous helmet and strikes a rakish pose. Because you're gnomes, only a gnome can think of playing a joke on everyone around and then joyfully get caught in their own prank. You're far-sighted and loud-voiced. I like you. Stop this immediately and release Jubilost from the spell. Croak. Croak, we're just stupid frogs and we understand nothing. Nerd pretends not to hear anything. Jademel, I know this is unexpected, but let's just leave it be. I'm ready to participate in the debates, even like this, croaking all the way. Answer clearly. Did you charm the rules? Why are you picking on us? Our sister's the one who did it. Enough snitching, Lar. You're just jealous it was Nerd who came up with the idea. And why? You're so boring. We wanted to, so we did it. Just think how funny it will be. Debates where participants are screaming or talking about tentacles or just croaking. Nerd roars with laughter. But we're honest players, so we charmed ourselves too. Ooh, we wouldn't want an unfair advantage. Well, okay, I'm good with that. Amazingly, Jubilost sighs with relief. Ah, there you are. Glad I found you. I stalled for as long as I could. Now it's time to begin. Let's go. Damn gnomes and their trickery. The hooded creature looks mundane, but after looking for a time, one might notice the figure's contours tremble and flow in a haze. Welcome to the Inconsequent debates. You can call us the host. We are the reason for all that happens here today. You've read the rules, have you not? Not that there's anything useful in them. We only made up the real rules the day after tomorrow, and forgot them, and had to make new ones, so it's simple. You want as your reward for us to answer a question, so the competition will involve answering questions. We ask, and one in each triplet answers, and always the same one. The others can only prompt. Let's see, it will be you, little kobold, you, Sir Alfrey, you, Nerd, and you, Jademel. Remember one thing, here at the Inconsequent debates there are no right or wrong answers. Every answer has weight, and each one will be weighted. Don't choose the lightest one, your rival might find a heavier argument. And most importantly, light answers are no fun to us. Let's begin. Begin, the kobold jumps from joy. We are ready, the knight nods resolutely, despite the tentacles. Alright, let's see how tough they have it in the first world. Some of you look serious, thus we'll all begin with a question about weighty matters. What can move a mountain? You lost Lindsay? What's our answer? Oh, I shouldn't have skipped my philosophy lessons at the academy. Such problems baffle me. It's not because I can't think of an answer, but because I think of 1,000 of them at once. I don't know where I can hide from them. Let's see. We're dealing with Fae in the first world. They told us clearly that trivial answers won't cut it. I think the good answer is its own free will. In the first world, mountains often change position, and there's at least one that does it of its own free will. That's Ullus, one of the Tane, the walking mountain. Its own will. We heard you. What will the others say? What can move a mountain? Maybe dragon? Dragon can move mountain. Faith and divine intervention. Do you hear, my faithful tentacles? Faith nourishes us. With devout faith in our tentacles and a righteous cause, everything is within our tentacles. A teleportation spell. I could probably imagine moving a hill or two. In fact, that gives me an idea. We have heard you. Now you hear us. Of course, gods and magic can move mountains, but that answer is good for anyone. How can one jump over the house? Magic. How to paint a fence? Yellow using blue paint. Divine intervention. Such light answers are the weakest. A good answer is its own will. Will and desire lie at the base of all of our emotions, actions, and decisions. If a mountain has a will, it will surely find a way to move. That was an interesting round. Let the next question be heard. What weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none? A secret. The little kobold looks as if he's about to cry. I don't know this. Maybe it's a dragon? God damn it. Everything is just a dragon to him. It's the knight's heart. I swear by my tentacles. It can belong to himself or his righteous cause, or to his greatest tentacles. It can't belong to everybody. Fire, how can I roll my eyes? Cool, let's concentrate on the competition. This won't do. We won't accept the answers from the Zottenroppel triplet this round, but you are a spectacular eye roller. Now, as for the other answers, the heart is not the best answer. Even among knights, there are many whose heart belongs to beautiful women, and a beloved mother, plus their friends, their commander, their righteous cause, and a delicious lunch, especially a delicious lunch. And it doesn't seem that those hearts that belong to many grow any weaker. A secret is a good answer. The more souls know it, the less mysterious it is. But without a single bearer, it will die. Your triplet wins this round, Baron. Here the third question. Each of us is born at the same time with a monster. Each day we live, it grows. It can torment us, bring us joy, or kill us without a single wound. What is it? Probably memory. Or ambition. What do you say? Considering the question is asked by a representative of the Fae, the answer could be anything from singing to the love of pastries, but let's think logically. The last part of the riddle can easily be ignored because just about anything in the world can aid or ruin you depending on the circumstances. What's important is that the riddle points to some quality or property of a living creature, something that is born with us. Another point, it grows. I would say knowledge. Each day brings something new, so our knowledge of others and the world keeps growing for some, though this process is ridiculously slow. I think it's memory. Memory kill you? Technically, yes. And your memory grows. Memory and knowledge are very closely linked, though. I'll try it. I'll try knowledge. We've heard you. What will the others say? What is the monster? Like a little kobold grabs its head stressed. Maybe it's dragon? It's curiosity. It's born with us. It grows day by day. It saves us from the bleaching, and if you only knew how many it's killed. I don't know if the answer will do, but the greatest tentacles is the one that lives inside of us. We grow tentacles, beasts in our soul. We feed it with the wrath, neglect, and tentacles. Eventually it can break free and kill us, but tentacles, must admit, is the same beast that gives strength to villains and tentacles. The poison we feed our monsters only nourishes them. Interesting answers, except for the dragon. The dragon doesn't count. Alas, curiosity is also insufficient. The monster we described must by its own nature grow. Many see their curiosity dim over the years. We like the answers about knowledge and the inner beast, but both seem somewhat light. We expected something more substantial. We declare that both Sir Alfrey and Jademel, along with their triplets, shall share the victory this round. But remember, a victory shared by two is half the victory. One final trial and we'll sum up the results. I grow tired of questions. Do you know the game Knight, Dragon, Snag? The knight defeats the dragon burns the snag, but if the knight walks in the woods, he will stumble on the snag and die. That is why the snag defeats the knight. Children's games, great. There are inconsequent debates. Why not play a game? So, we break up into pairs and yell out your chosen word of the signal. The one who shouts knights defeats the one who shouts dragon. The one who shouts dragon defeats the one who shouts snag. And snag defeats knight. We'll play Sir Alfrey against the kobold and Neard Zotenrappel against the baron. The winners will then play each other. Is the first pair ready? Yell on 3. 1, 2, 3. Knight. Dragon. This was all too predictable, but charming in a way. The host is obviously enjoying this game. It's a good thing we didn't look ahead. It's much more fun to see it unfold like this. Sir Alfrey wins. Now for the second pair, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. What do we know about her? She is a trickster. She'll probably go snag, I'm gonna guess. We're gonna go dragon. Dragon, Neard shouts, performing a spot-on impression of the kobold, then falls over laughing. Looks like her own amusement is more important to her than the competition. A tie, let's go again. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Dragon! Snag! Ah, damn it. Neard wins her hand, or waves her hands. I didn't mean to cheat, but I didn't have time to think of how. Or I meant to cheat, but I didn't have time to think of how. Dragon 1, 1, 1. The little kobold is happy for you and your dragon, as if it were his own victory. So the baron wins. Now the winner against the winner. The baron against the knight. 1, 2, 3. Snag. Sir Alfred takes a deep breath with his mighty chest, but then the curse takes over. Tentacles. Realizing that the spell has worked, Neard and her brothers all start roaring with laughter, sometimes sniffling with delight. The host makes a helpless gesture. We cannot help but announce the baron the winner of this round, and now it's time. Time to announce the winner of the debates. After 4 tests, the triplet of the baron and Sir Jubilost wins. It was most amusing, children. Most amusing. You should know that this is rare praise from us. Congratulations, sirs and ladies. I swear by my tentacles, it was a worthy struggle. Your triplet performed better than we could have imagined. For that reason, you may ask us not 1 and not 2, but 3 questions. They must be asked by your baron, the voice of your triplet. Jademel, do you remember the fate of the note? Jubilost suddenly stops talking. He opens and closes his mouth, but makes not a sound. Have a silent spell, mate. I love it. Now what's he gonna do? Come, brothers, let's run. Now everything is in your hands, Jade Maul. Think well upon your questions. We will answer, honestly, but I don't know is also an honest answer. Ask about what a host from the first world might know. I want to know why the gnomes left the first world. There's the question. We knew it would be asked, but a simple answer, a light answer, has no value, right? We hope our debates convinced you of this. That's why we present to you another answer, a good one, a valuable one. Numbers will help you on your way. One of them is 5th and 10. It will be easy to find if you read who opened the road for the ancient dead men and his black-feathered messenger. The second is a dozen times in a dozen, and thrice is the number of those who lost their faces. Don't try to guess it now. It's not yet time. Wait until he who is born twice will be twice defeated. Put the two numbers together. When the moon leaves her path near the waters of the Candlemere, find the one who will open the secret. A heap of senseless mumble instead of a... First walk the road, and then you may accuse us of being senseless, but in the end, you won't. I want to know about this affliction, the bloom that fell on my barony. Oh, that's an easy one. Or is it? Once a very powerful creature from the first world unwisely provoked the rage of those who were 100-fold mightier. He was cursed and sent here to Galarian, to the Stolen Lands. Without going into too much detail, her curse afflicts the locals as well. To put it simply, your troubles will not cease until you've dealt with this uninvited guest. Anyway, we've discussed this further in your tomorrow and my yesterday. I want to know how to gain power and immortality. One day in the future, you'll have a chance to let an ancient enemy go in peace. We ourselves might even tell you that it should be done, refuse, and after many hardships, you'll be offered power and immortality. But will you agree? That was your final question. We have our answer, and yet we don't. But what an adventure, Jade Maul. We'll have to discuss this further on our return to the capital. Farewell, Jade Maul. Oh, we almost forget. The host turns to the kobold. You little creature, you didn't win, but you managed to make us laugh. Do you want to come with us? No promises you'll turn into a dragon, but still. The kobold jumps from joy, but then carefully asks, pointing at his jerboas, "Take my friends? Yes, yes." Alright, fine, the hooded creature laughs. Listen all, the inconsequent debates are now closed. We'll spare all of you the effects of these Zottenroppel tricks, and bid you farewell. And that's it. We are free and clear. Apparently, we're the only people in our groups. I wonder if we got an experience for that. Hoping we did. It was a cool quest. I really enjoyed that, actually. It was a more narratively driven quest. I do enjoy those quite a lot. Alright. We're gonna head to Holelegs. It's an easy place to... Oh, we have to have knock knock. I was gonna say it's an easy place to switch out our group, but... I guess here's good enough then. No, not camp. Get rid of you, and take knock knock and our wizard. We should probably level knock knock up. He is a level 8 rogue now. He's gonna take some dexterity. Plus 8, that's pretty good. He has a plus 4 racial bonus to dex. That's actually really impressive. Apparently gnomes are rather squirmy. Combat trick, I think. Improved 2-weapon fighting. Yes, that sounds good. Level 9 rogue. Oh, I'm missing a point. There we go. And Hammer the Gap's pretty good. Those combat mobility though. You know what? Let's grab Outflank. I do want to get all my characters outflanked so I can have a better attack bonus against things. And level 10. Did I pick a rogue? Why did his abilities seem to... Oh, it doesn't matter. Confounding Blades. Oh, I like that. That's the no attack of opportunity ability. So good. But then so is Dispelling Attack, so maybe that one too. Okay, So we have him completed. Now we can just go to Holelegs. And then we'll head over to the east. It's a little bit of a journey over that way, so... Entering Holelegs trading post. So apparently we have goblins to deal with here. And we should talk to Bakken. Holy crap, there are a lot of goblins here. You stumble across an ugly scene, a ragged pile of goblins. They are hiccuping violently, laughing, and then hiccuping again. The air is so thick with alcohol fumes, flames or flies lie dead in the dirt, and an odd vinegar smell as well. It appears the goblins have gotten into Holelegs' stock and drank deeply of its contents. Barrels lie in splinters around the area, not a single one intact. Knock Knock surveys the goblin pile and glances at you with a shrug. No problem here, normal day for tribe. Would be worse if holiday. Is this your tribe? Knock Knock sniffs. Yes, he sniffs again, and then suddenly you become more aware of the vinegar smell. They've marked this as their home. It'll be hard to make them leave this home, though. He glances around in disapproval. It's much smaller than the capital. Capital would have more room for them and not lie in pile. Would be laying down drunk everywhere. He turns to one of the group entwined in the mess. You runny long legs, why'd you stop running? Why you make home here? The goblin lifts his head slightly, his tiny eyes are blearily red. His legs are long indeed and folded back like a grasshopper. Kept getting chased, no place to settle down, got hungry, then got caught. Then we sent here, and now, caught by who? Big Shank's bigger than you. Longlegs blinks and scratches the side of his head with his foot. Fatter, smell better, big club. It's eating sheep. We try to share a sheep with us by taking one, a small one in the night while he snore, but we not ask for it, so he got mad. After eating half of us, he got so full, he ready to trade. He said if we find him something to wash other goblins down with because they're still squirming in his gut, he let us go. We know a place here at Post, but had to sample kegs to be sure. As my specially designated diplomat, tell them they can set up a new tribe, but at least 20 leagues from Holelegs downwind. Listen, Knock Knock big hero, you do what Knock Knock say, but... Knock Knock frowns as you're twitching. Tell me where Big Shank's now. When he expect you back? Did Big Shanks follow you? Oh, bother. At that moment, there's another waft of foul air, and a shadow falls on the ground. All the goblins in the pile lift their heads to the new arrival. A towering hill giant with mismatched coveralls, a necklace, hands and skulls, and a makeshift club composed of several timbers tied together with rope. He looks very, very angry, not just at the pile of goblins, but the splintered empty barrels. That him, Longlegs says unhelpfully. You're trespassing by the law of the land, giant. Leave now. The hill giant turns to you as if in challenge, points himself, and gives a rumbling growl akin to Murack. Then turns to the goblins, his hand clenches on his club and the growl grows louder. He points at the goblins, then points at his belly, the intent clear. The goblins do not respond, not even Longlegs. Their eyes remain wide, frozen. Suddenly Longlegs makes a high-pitched squeak and points at Knock Knock. He is our leader, here a hero. He make us drink everything we promised. Also he made us eat your sheep. Feed him. Eat him, ugly friend. The hill giant snarls, lifts his club, then turns to you, then Knock Knock, and thrusts out his chin, pounding his chest and giving a thundering series of grunts that sounds like a challenge. Knock Knock blinks. He, Munguk, says not in mood share. He says the half-shanks are, their guts his to eat. Well, Grand Diplomat, see if we can make a deal with him. Knock Knock hesitates for a moment, then presents an open palm, then taps it with a finger. You suddenly realize he just did what seems to be the goblinoid version of trade. You think he's asking what Munguk want, but not about food, but currency, something of value. To your surprise, Munguk looks sad, and his eyebrows collapse and he gives a low grunt. The anger seems to have cooled, and he makes a rumble, staring off into space with a half-lighted gaze. He doesn't seem drunk, he merely seems sad. He gives a grumble, then a sigh, then a low exhaling rumble. Knock Knock nods, listening, then translate. You think? Munguk not happy, he not hungry, just lonely, says he came here looking for a mate to be happy. Knock Knock wrinkles his face in disgust and shivers, till he keeps going. But when he come, no wife, goblins take his favorite half-sheep entrails, drink the liquor he sent them for, and he have nothing. A wife, really? Sad for him. Knock Knock gives a shiver and a nod, then pauses. Cutting off legs be better than finding mate. Can you... tell him to look elsewhere for a wife? Knock Knock shrugs, then emits a series of what passes for rumbles, and he makes a slow sack-shaped gesture in the air and points at the gate to the fort. Munguk shakes his head slowly and sighs again, giving a low grumble in his belly. No, he said he looked everywhere. Well, send him somewhere. Knock Knock gives a reluctant nod, then makes an interrogatory grumble. Munguk looks confused, at which Knock Knock repeats itself more firmly. He traces a finger in his palm as if providing a map, and the giant looks blearily at it. Bye, giant. Munguk absorbs this dully and then glances to the goblins. He gives out a short dismissive grunt, then glances back at Knock Knock and shrugs. Then to your surprise, he lumbers out, club over his shoulder. What do you say to him? This makes sense to him with words like real hero. Knock Knock puffs up triumphantly. Send Munguk to capital. Lots of women. All he needs to choose the wife. If he goes there, his belly will be filled with spears. He'll likely do some damage too. Great. Knock Knock loses some of his puffed upness, his ears drooping. I'm not counsel well, but hero good at chasing off giant means Knock Knock good hero, right? Ignoring him, the pile of goblins are all watching you as they sober up. They seem ready to bolt. You catch a long leg slowly uncurling himself from the pile, apparently ready to run. You notice a number of the goblins are looking at Knock Knock with a strange fascination. Dealing with the giant must have impressed them. Knock Knock, deal with your tribe. Knock Knock steps forward and gives a series of cracking hisses to get attention, and all goblins stare at him. After all their eyes are on him, Knock Knock, his eyes narrowed, goes to each one of them in turn and raps them twice on the head hard. They wince, but say nothing, except for one feeble groan from a goblin more sober than the rest. Make great deal with you. You need to go to a bigger place or I hit you again. I show you. Me, diplomat. The goblins stare blankly at this. Knock Knock sighs. Me, big hero, follow me, take you to a new place. The goblins nod and begin to untangle themselves, but they are doing what Knock Knock says, some of them rubbing their heads. He turns towards us. Diplomat and big hero, Knock Knock take care of them, all good. You better not be taking them to the capital like Munguk, or so help me. Knock Knock pauses, then nods. Capital, not bad idea. All of you go to capital. Knock Knock command you, go. Oh god damn it. To your horror, the goblins scamper away, running in all directions, but towards the direction of your capital city. Oh, this is gonna be such a disaster. I need to send word to my capital to kill all the goblins and giant when they show up there. I wonder if I can send word to Keston and be like, hey Keston, by the way, throw some archers on the wall. There's gonna be some goblins and a giant showing up soon. What a disaster. Oh well. Maybe we have an event for that now. I should check my kingdom management screen. We're almost out of time anyways. So what I'll do is I'll check the kingdom management screen, if there's an exclamation mark, which there is. And then we'll do whatever's there. I'll end the video, I'll quickly go in, talk to Bakken, grab that book that we needed for him, and then give him the books that I think we already have. Yeah, the stupid rage is coming. We're gone. Holy crap. DC 25 to succeed? Jesus. Anyone else good at this? Nope. Alright, we're gonna go deal with that. A visitor waits in the castle for us. It's time to discuss the events related to the Bald Hilltop. We'll do that when we get back to the capital. So that's going to be it for now. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, in the next video, we'll continue on our adventures. We'll head off to the other two places we've discovered over here, Talon Peak and Arbor Rock. I'm hoping... I wish there was a Nettles Crossing. I wish we could have prepared that. That would have been much easier. In fact, we might as well go back to our capital if we come back this way, because we're only going to be like 2 hours away from it, or we have to go up. So maybe we'll go to the capital in the next video, and then we will head to those places. Anyways, take care guys. See you next time.